गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदा न शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सेदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदवेदान्तवेदाङ्गविद्यास्थानिभ्यैव सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिं। व्यासाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा द्विबाहुरपरो हरिः अभाललोचनशम्भुः भगवान् बादरायण। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। 40th सूत्र अत्ताचराचर ग्रहणात् प्रकरणाच्च गुहां प्रविष्टावात्मानो हि तद्दर्शनात् विशेषणाच्च अंतर उपपत्तिः स्थानादि व्यपदेशाच्च सुख विशिष्टाभिधानादेव च श्रुतोपनिषत्कगत्यभिधानाच्च अनवस्थितिरसंभवाच्च नेतरः अंतर्याम्यादिदैवादिषु तद्धर्म व्यपदेशा न च स्मार्तम् अतत् धर्माभिलापात् शरीरश्चोभयेऽपि हि भेदेन एनं मदीयते। शारीरश्चोभयेऽपि हि भेदेन एनं मदीयते। अदृश्यत्वादि गुण को धर्मोक्तेः अदृश्यत्वादि गुण को धर्मोक्तेः विशेषण भेद व्यपदेशाभ्याम च न इतरौ विशेषण भेद व्यपदेशाभ्याम न विशेषण भेद व्यपदेशाभ्याम च न इतरौ. Let us do some reading. 227 each. Page 225. Third line. अपि च अत्र द्वे विद्ये वेदितव्ये उक्ते परा चैवापरा च इति तत्रापरां ऋग्वेदादिलक्षणां विद्यामुक्त्वा ब्रवीति अत परा यया तदक्षरम् अधिगम्यते इति इत्यादि. तत्र परस्या विद्यायाः विषयत्वेन अक्षरं श्रुतम् यदि पुनः परमेश्वराद् अन्यद् अदृश्यत्वादि गुणकम् अक्षरं परिकल्पेत नियम परा विद्या स्यात् परापर विभागो हि अयं विद्ययोः अभ्युदय निःश्रेयस फलतया परिकल्प्यते. Read properly. अभ्युदय निःश्रेयस फलतया परिकल्प्यते न च प्रधान विद्या निःश्रेयस फला केनचिद् अभ्युपगम्यते. तिस्रश्च विद्यायाः प्रतिज्ञायेरन् तत्पक्षे अक्षराद्भूतयोनिः परस्य परमात्मनः प्रतिपाद्यमानत्वात् द्वे एव तु विद्ये वेदितव्ये इह निर्दिष्टे. कस्मिन्नु भगवो विज्ञाते सर्वमिदं विज्ञातं भवति इति चैकविज्ञानेन सर्वविज्ञानापेक्षणम् सर्वात्मके ब्रह्मणि विवक्ष्यमाणे अवकल्पते। न अचेतनमात्रैकायतने प्रधाने भोग्य व्यतिरिक्ते वा भोक्तरि अपि च स ब्रह्मविद्यां सर्वविद्याप्रतिष्ठाम् अथर्वाय ज्येष्ठपुत्राय प्राह इति ब्रह्मविद्यां प्राधान्येन उपक्रम्य परापरविभागेन परां विद्याम् अक्षरादिगमनीं दर्शयन् तस्याः ब्रह्मविद्यात्वं दर्शयति। सा च ब्रह्मविद्या समाख्या तदधिगम्यस्याक्षरस्य ब्रह्मत्वे बाधिता स्यात्। अपर ऋग्वेदादिलक्षणा कर्म विद्या ब्रह्म विद्योपक्रम्य उपन्यस्ते ब्रह्म विद्या प्रशंसायै प्लवायेते द्रोणायज्ञरूपाः अष्टादशोक्तम् अवरं येषु कर्म एतत् श्रेयो ये विनन्दन्ति मूढाः। जरामृत्युं ते पुनरेवापयन्ति इत्येवम् आदिनिन्दावचनात् निन्दित्वा चापरां विद्याम् ततो विरक्तस्य परविद्याधिकारं दर्शयति। परविद्याधिकारं दर्शयति। परीक्षलोकान् कर्मजितान् ब्राह्मणः निर्वेदमायात् नास्त्यकृतकृतेन तद्विज्ञानार्थं स गुरुमेव विगच्छेत्। समित्पाणिश्रोत्रियं ब्रह्मनिष्ठम् इति यत्तु उक्तम् अचेतनानां पृथिव्यादीनां दृष्टान्तत्वेन उपादानाद्दार्ष्टान्तिकेन अपि अचेतनेनैव भूतयोनिना भवितव्यम् इति तद अयुक्तम् न हि दृष्टान्तदार्ष्टान्तिकयोः अत्यन्तसाम्येन भवितव्यमिति नियमो अस्ति। अपि च स्थूलाः पृथिव्यादयः दृष्टान्तत्वेन उपात्ता इति न स्थूल एव दार्ष्टान्तिकः भूतयोनिः अभ्युपगम्यते तस्माद् अदृश्यत्वादिगुणकः भूतयोनिः परमेश्वर एव परमेश्वर एव. We were seeing the what is the number of this 52nd sutra in 21st mantra, and this topic is of Mundaka Upanishad. The description was whether this 1.1.6 Akshara description is of the Prakriti, Purush or the Jiva. And we had seen by few examples that this description is not of the Pradhanam, it is of the Paramatma alone. How many sutras were there? In this adhikaran, how many? Three sutras are there. So in these three sutras, first was, what was the first? Hetu adrishyattvadi gunakaha dharmokte, because already adrishyattvadi has been mentioned, and this cannot belong to the pradhanam. Why? Because it is followed by nimittupadanam, upadan, karan, etc. This was the first sutra. Then I think I had said Bhashyakar gives as an additional few reasons. Three reasons I had given to say that Jagat Karan is Paravidya and not the Pradhanam of the Sankhya. Let me quickly take you to what was the three reason given. First reason was given that Paravidya is a liberating knowledge. Liberating knowledge. Paravidya is equal to liberating knowledge. And the Paravidya, Jagat Karan Vidya is equal to Paravidya is equal to liberating knowledge. If Prakriti Vidya is equal to Jagat Karan Vidya is equal to Paravidya is equal to liberating knowledge. Four points. Then what will the problem? Then Prakriti Vidya will be liberating Vidya. And Prakriti Vidya cannot be liberating Vidya because there is no bondage in the Prakriti only. Bondage is in the Purush. So wherever bondage is there, there only liberation is there. This was the first reason if I give him. Second reason I gave, that Shaunakji approaches the teacher and he says this is that Vidya through which everything else will be known. So this Paravidya is Sarva Vijnana Prada Vidya. And Prakriti Vidya can never be Sarva Vijnana Prada Vidya because it will exclude Purush or Chetan or Jeev. Second reason was this, if I remember. Third reason, which you must be seeing, that teacher has presented Akshar Vidya as Paravidya. And Akshar Vidya is Paravidya. And then Akshar is Prakriti or Brahma. So Bhashyakar says that if you go to second section, so around 1st to 10th mantra, 11th to 11th mantra is about the Aparavidya only. Aparavidya. And then 12th mantra is the Aparavidya Virakti. Vairagya from Aparavidya. And then after Vairagya is there in the 13th mantra, then in 13th mantra तस्मै स विद्वान् उपसन्नाय सम्यक् प्रशांत चित्ताय समान्विताय येनाक्षरं पुरुषं विद सत्यं तां प्रोवाच तत्त्वतो ब्रह्म विद्याम. So there, after getting dispassion from that, it is given the word is Brahma Vidya has been mentioned there. So understood, no? So Apara Vidya has been, Virag has happened, and then he is now telling about that the student goes for Brahma Vidya. That means the Akshar Vidya was the Brahma Vidya. This was the third reason I had given. Fourth reason I think I had not given. Fourth reason given. Fourth reason was that in the introductory mantra, Brahma Devanam Pratama Sammabhuva Vishwasya Karta Bhuvanasya Gopta Sa Brahma Vidyam Sarva Vidyam Pradishtam Adharvaya Jeshtaputraya Pra. So there Upanishad talks that Brahmaji gave Brahma Vidya to Atharvana. Brahmaji gave Brahma Vidya. This was the one. Then in the subsequent mantras, it is said that there are Dve Vidye Veditavye. There are only two Vidyas. One is called Paravidya, other is called Aparavidya. So Aparavidya is about karma and upasana. This is what is Paravidya was not mentioned. There is where problem started. Then they started talking about Akshar in the fifth mantra. Then characteristic of Akshar in the sixth mantra. Supposing we say Akshar is equal to Prakriti. So then what will the new equation will be there? That Paravidya is equal to Prakriti Vidya. Paravidya is equal to Prakriti Vidya. So what is the problem here? There are only two Vidyas which are being dealt. One is Aparavidya, which is regarding Karma and Upasana, and other will be Paravidya, which will be regarding Prakriti. As per Purupaksh, they are saying that Akshar is the Paravidya. Ata para yaya tadaksharam adhigamyate. So if Akshar is the Prakriti, then the Paravidya will be Prakriti Vidya. Now there is no scope for Brahmvidya because only two Vidyas are there. Aparavidya is about Karma and Upasana. Paravidya is about Prakriti. Then where is the Brahman gone? So now the third Vidya has no scope, and therefore Paravidya should not refer to Prakriti Vidya. It should refer to Brahma Vidya alone. So this is the point mentioned by Bhagwan Bhashyakar separately. Is it clear? Because only two Vidya is there. Aparavidya is about Karma and Upasana. And if Paravidya is about Prakriti, because Akshar is known through Prakriti. Akshar is known, Paravidya is related to Akshar. And if Akshar is equal to Prakriti, then Paravidya is equal to Prakriti Vidya. So both the Vidyas are exhausted. So where is the scope for Brahma Vidya remaining? This is the point here. I hope this much is clear to you. Let me go to the next sutra. Next sutra, which number is this? 22nd and 53rd sutra. So 22nd is Visheshan Bheda Vyapadesha Bhyam Cha Na Itarau. This is the second sutra of this Adhikara. There are three sutras. So again, I think, repeated this. No? You have chanted this. Visheshan Bheda Vyapadesha Bhyam Cha Na Itarau. So please see the general analysis. This is 1.2.22. 1.2.22. And in total it is 53rd. 53rd Sutra. And as per our sequence of quarter, it is 1.2.22. Okay. I should read the Bhashya of this, but I already have given time to Bhashya. Let us go to the description. Tomorrow we'll see that. So what is the general analysis? General analysis is, what is that? That Akshar is Prakriti or Brahma. This is the same question is going on. And answer is Akshar is Brahman and not the Pradhanam. Okay. As I told, the whole first chapter is on refuting the Sankhya. So, Prakriti word Bhashyakar uses less in Brahma Sutra. He uses more Pradhanam word. And Pradhanam is what? Pradhiyate sarvam jagat yasmi asmi. In which whole world is dissolving. That is called Pradhanam. Where world is kept at the time of dissolution is called Pradhanam. Okay. Like when you sleep, all your thoughts are kept in your vasanas. Similarly, when this whole world sleeps, in Pralay Kal, whole world is in unmanifest form. Avyaktadini bhutani, vyakta madhyani bharata. Same thing is there. Or avyakyad vyaktaya sarve prabhavanteh ragame. 48th chapter, what you were talking about. Avyaktad vyaktaya sarve prabhavanteh ragame. So this is called Pradhanam. So in this Veda Vyas Bhagwan is saying that Akshar is not Pradhanam, it is not Jeev also. Here new word has been coming. It is neither Pradhan nor Jeev. Only we were confused on Pradhanam, now Jeev has come, yes. Now he is saying Jeev is also not Akshar. So neither Akshar is equal to Pradhanam, neither Akshar is equal to Jeevaha. Neither Pradhana na Jiva. Therefore, see the Bhashya, Itarau word has come. Itarau. Na Itarau. Itarau means both. Neither both of them. Na Itarau. Itarau. Now, Bhashyakar should explain, by Bhashyakar. Ved Vyas Bhagwan should explain why Akshar is not Jiva, why Akshar is not Pradhanam. So he says, Akshar is not Jiva because of the special description given in 2.2.2.1. Open the mantra Pushpam. There it is said, this mantra should be by hearted. Divyo Yamurta Purushaha Sabhaya Bhyantro Yajaha Aprano Yamana Shubhraha Yaksharat Parata Paraha. Got it? In this mantra, there is two words coming, Apranaha and Amanaha. The Jeev is always associated with Prana and Mana. Both are a part of a subtle body. 17. This part of a subtle body is associated with Jeev. So because this mantra 2.1.2 says that this Brahman is associated with this Brahman is not associated with the Pran, and neither it has mind, therefore it cannot be Jeev. This is the logic given here. So pran rahitatvam mano rahitatvam ev brahmatvam. Because it is devoid of pran and devoid of mind, and therefore it is not the Brahman. If it was with pran and with mana, we could have said it is with the jivatva is there. Therefore it is jiv is there. Because mind, if you know, mind is a part of the subtle body, and mind goes to the next birth along with the jiv. And therefore what? Therefore, this jiv cannot be akshar. This is the first point. Second point is, why it is not pradhanam? Same mantra says, Divyo yamurta purushaha sa bhaya bhyantaro yajaha aprano yamanas shubbraha aksharat paratah paraha. Anybody has known? Anybody by hearted this mantra? Anybody will try to by heart it? Huh? By tomorrow or day after? Tomorrow? Very good. Okay, this is very important mantra. I think when Mundak was studied, I must have asked you to by heart. No? So why should you know? Why tomorrow? Not tomorrow, today only. Okay. See, they are all used here. If you know, it will be additional help. See, if you remember last class, last quarter of this mantra is called Aksharat Parata Paraha. What is Akshar here? In this last quarter of this mantra, what is Akshar here? Akshar is Prakriti or Maya. He is saying about what is described is other than the Akshar. Aksharat is fifth case. So Aksharam Brahma is different than Aksharam Prakriti. And therefore this cannot be Prakriti. Okay, I understand that. Therefore it cannot be Prakriti because this mantra itself said Aksharat Paratah Paraha. Aksharat Paratah Paraha. Para means beyond the Akshar. Then here Akshar had the meaning of Prakriti or Maya. You had heard this in our last class. So this is the general analysis. And therefore Prakriti and Jeev is not the meaning of Akshar. Good. So this completes our mantra. No, word analysis is not there. Okay, word analysis. So word analysis goes, how many words are there? Huh? 4 words are there, not 2. Visheshana Bheda Vyapadeshabhyam is one word. Cha is another word. Na is another word. And Itarav is another word. So in total there are 4 words are there. Okay. So you have to supply one word called Aksharam. Aksharam. So Aksharam. So what will be there? Aksharam na Itarav. It also means scent. Here is not the meaning of scent. Itar is there. Itar. Alag. Itarav. Itarav means here Jeev and Prakriti. So Aksharam na Itarav. Aksharam na Itarav. Please note, just wherever writing notes, please write there Akshar mentioned in 1.1.6. Don't say Akshar of 2.1.2. I told also Kutastha word in Gita has different meaning at 2 places. Don't confuse that. unless you have heard properly, confusions don't go. Then somebody wrote, some atheist, Gita, book of contradictions. You know what point they used here? He said at one place, Bhagwan Krishna uses this kutastha word like that, which I said. He put out the words which are occurring at two places having different meanings. They don't know that this is the law. Every word will be seen in its context only. Yesterday I was telling Sardharman Parityajya has one meaning and Swadharmi Nidanam Shreya has another meaning there. So if you don't, Akshar has one meaning in 2.1.2. Akshar has another meaning in 1.1.6. So keep yourself alert. If you are not alert, you will miss. Well, yeah, no problem. I don't know what Akshar is. No problem. Whatever you say is okay. So this is not the point here. Now let us see that. Na itro has been seen. Na itro. Now Visheshan Bheda Vyapadesha Abhyam. Abhyam is which vibhakti? Abhyam is which vibhakti? Third. Fifth. It can be third, fourth or fifth. नहीं है रामाभ्याम बिल्कुल dual case. So it will be third, fourth and fifth. And you are very happy that at least we don't have to by heart new there. Everywhere Ramabhyam. So here, please see, here this is the fifth vibhakti. Because of, and Abhyam means two must be there. So Visheshan is one and Bheda Vyapadesh. So Visheshan means what? Visheshan means what? Specific descriptions in 2.1.2. That means description without prana and mana. That is called Visheshan. 2.1.2, a prana and a mana has been used. That is the meaning of that this is not, Akshar is not Jeev. Akshar is not Chetan. Akshar is not Jeev here. But a prana and a mana word is used. Visheshan word. And Bhed Vyapadesh means Upadesh. Mentioned. And Bhed means difference from Pradhan has been mentioned in 2.1.2 by Aksharat Paratah Para. And because of this, two reasons, Visheshan and Bhed Vyapadesha Abhyam, because of these two reasons, Aksharam na itrau, that Akshar is neither Jeev, neither it is Prakriti or Pradhan. This is what is mentioned here. So how will you translate in English? What is a Visheshanascha Bheda Vyapadeshascha Visheshan Bheda Vyapadeshau Tabhyam Visheshan Bheda Vyapadeshabhyam. This is how you have to break the word. When you see any word, try to break it. Slowly again say Visheshanascha Bheda Vyapadeshascha. These two words are called Visheshan. Which Visheshan? Apran and Amana. And Bhed Vyapadesh means Upadesh. What is a Bhed? Which is different in Akshar. So these two. Tabhyam means from that. Tabhyam is Panchami. Retvarthe Panchami. So Visheshan Bheda Vyapadeshabhyam. English now you understand. Because of the specific description of Brahman as pranless and because of the specific description of Brahman as pranless and manoless. Okay, doesn't sound good. Aprana and amana, you can say. Aprana and amana, without prana and without man. This is called Visheshan. And also because of the akshar as different from pradhanam. Don't get go here and there. So, because aksharat paratah para has been, because of these two reasons, bhed vyapadesh is bhed from the prakriti and visheshan is the aprana and amana. Because of these two reasons, akshar is not itarau, they are not two. Akshar is neither pradhanam, neither it is jivaha. And therefore, it is Brahman only. Is it clear now? So you have to add you have to organize it. How will you organize? Aksharam na itarau. And then you write the Visheshan Bhed Vyapadeshacha. If you put organized sutra like this, it will be easier to read. Why not he did it? Bhagwan Vedavyas, why he gave my additional work? Because you also should put your mind somewhere. And cha word is also because already one reason has been given. Drishyattvadi, Adrishyattvadi, Dharmoktehe. This another reason is given. This completes the sutra. Simple sutra is there. Just one line I want to take your attention to in Bhashya, page 227. I have not read this Bhashya, but please see this. Last line, Nahi etad. Nahi etad divyattvadi. Divyattvadi is the same Divya Yamurtha Purusha. Nahi etad divyattvadi Visheshanam avidya pratyupasthapit nam rupa paricheda abhimanina. This Divya Yamurta Purusha is not for the Jeev, because Jeev is the one which is conditioned by name and form. He is saying, see, Nahi etat divyattvadi Visheshanam. These Visheshanam like Divyo Yamurtha. Jeev cannot be Amurtha, Purusha, Sabaya Abhyantaro Yajaha. He is inside, outside. Nahi etad Divyattvadi Visheshanam avidya pratyupasthapit nam roop pariched avimanina. This is the name of Jeev, who is always thinking himself to be conditioned by name and form. Okay. So, see, avimanina tad dharman swatmani kalpyate sharirasya upapadyate. And their abhiman is in the sharir. So that particular mantra 2.1.2 is not describing the Jeev, it is describing the Brahman only. This point is there. And therefore, aprana and amana is for the Brahman. Wake up is Jeev for the Brahman. So many times Jeev, Brahm is coming. I'm so confused. This is clear now. Now let us see the next sutra. If you want, I can go to some Tippani. Otherwise, I will go to the next sutra. No, go ahead. Next. Don't worry about Tippani. Go and complete it. देख लेते हैं थोड़ा सा. Okay, we'll see it later on. Next sutra. रूपोपन्यासाच्च So he is giving the third reason again. For what? To establish that Akshar is Brahman only and not the Prakriti and not the Jiva. This is the third reason. What is the third reason? I can't understand. So in this particular sutra, Bhashyakar says that there is one more cause. What is that cause? The cause is, see how much they have the brilliancy, that Vishwarup Varnanam of Brahman is described in 2.1. What? Vishwarup Varnanam, the description of the cosmic form of Brahman, is described in 2.1. If you open the book, Mantra Pushpam, you can see that. So first it starts Tadetadaksharam Yatha Sudiptat Pavakat Vispulingaha Sahasrashah Prabhavante Sarupa Tatha Ksharat Divida Somya Bhavaha Prajayante Tatra Eva Cha Api Tatra Cha Api Yanti. This is the mantra, no? This is the mantra. So this is a description of the Akshar from which everything comes. Now let us see whether this Akshar is Prakriti or Brahman. The next verse comes. Divyo Yamurtav Purushaha Sabayabhyantaro Yajaha Aprano Yamana Shubhraha Yaksharat Paratapara. This is the second mantra. Okay. And what is the third mantra? Etasma jayate pranaha manas sarvendriyani cha khambhayur jyotirapah prithvi vishwasya dharani. This is the third mantra. What is the fourth mantra? Agnir murdha chakshushi chandra suryo Disha shrotre vagvratascha vedaha Vayu pranaha hridayam vishwamasya padmyam prithvi yesha sarva bhutantaratma. यही है ना? हाँ, अग्निर मूर्धा चक्षुषी चंद्र सूर्यो दिशा श्रोत्रे वाग्व्रताश्च वेदाः वायु प्राण हृदयं विश्वमस्य पद्भ्यां पृथ्वी येष सर्वभूतांतरात्मा. This is the Virat form mentioned. Well, here also Virat has come. Yes. So here, this Akshar, where Akshar is coming, at 2.1.1, is mentioned as the whole Akshar is Virat. How do you know? Because Esh is coming, no? Esh word is coming. Esh is a pronoun, and just now the noun is described. Yatha sudiptat pavakat tatetat satyam. There Esh word is coming. Esha word. Yatha sudiptat pavakat vispulingaha सहस्रशः प्रभवन्ते स्वरूपा तथा अक्षरात् विविध अक्षरात् आ रहा है ना, तथा अक्षरा द्विविधा सौम्य भावाः प्रजायन्ते तत्र एव च अपि यन्ति. So this is 2.1.1 is mentioning the word called akshara. And here in 2.1.4, esha word has been used. And this esha word is sarvabhutantaratma. This is the antaratma of all beings. So Prakriti cannot be antaratma. No? Catch that point, underline that statement. Here esha sarvabhutantaratma is mentioned. Prakriti cannot be self of all, because self of all is always Chetan and existence. Self cannot be changing. So Pradhan cannot be presented as Atma of anybody, because Atma is Chetan. This is a key point here. Key clue. Main clue is this. So this, and therefore Vishwarup Darshan is nothing but Akshar Varnam. So Akshar Brahman alone is expressing as Vishwarup. This is 2.1.4. No? 3.1.4. In 2.1.10, Purusha evedam vishvam karma tapo brahma paramritam. See, I have one day I had quoted this one of the days. What is this Purush? Purush means Purishayanat or Purnatvat. This Purush, the Akshar word is given the word as Purush. Purusha evedam. This Purush alone is, what is Vishwam? Vishwam means Sarvam. So this is the description of Virat form. ठीक है. So Purush evedam Vishwam karma tapo paramritam. And in that section is a unique section. You have to have lot of love for this Upanishad. Then Upanishad talks to you. If you love somebody, you become a very quiet person, very talkative in front of whom he loves. So in that particular section, if you see third mantra, 2.1.3, tasma jayate prana manas sarvendriyani jakham vayur jyotirapa prithvi vishwasya dharani. This is the third mantra. Fourth mantra, Agni Murda Chakshu Shri Chandra Suryo Disha Shrotre Vag Vrdascha Vedaha Vayu Prano Hridayam Vishwamasya Padbhyam Prithvi Yesh Sarvabhutantaratma. Now what is said here? Interesting thing. Now from that everything has come. Tasmad Agni Samidho Yasya Surya. यही है ना. सोमात पर्जन्यो पृथिव्याम और पृथिव्याओषधयः. From the tasmad word you see, from that everything has come out. From that tasmad agni samidho yasya suryah somat parjanyah aushadhaya prithivyam. Then puman retah sinchati yoshitayam bahvih prajaha purushat sambrasutaha tasmadricha sam yajum shidiksha. यही है ना. तस्मात् साम यजूम दीक्षा. देन यज्ञो देवा क्रतो यज्ञ न तस्माद् च साम यजूम दीक्षा सर्वे यज्ञो देवा कृतवश्च संवत्सरश्च यद्मानश्च लोकाः सोमो यत्र पवते यत्र सूर्यः. तस्मात, देखो तस्मात तस्मात आ रहा है बार बार. आई एम नॉट जस्ट सिंग फॉर सेक ऑफ सिंगिंग. आई एम नॉट इन अ सिंगिंग मूड. डोंट थिंक आई एम सिंगिंग मूड. आई एम जस्ट सेइंग एवरीवेयर तस्मात तस्मात इज. I thought you were in singing mood. No, I'm not in a singing mood. I'm just reveling in the words which is there in the Upanishad. The next mantra is there. What is next mantra? Tasmat sadhya hai na? Tasmat deva sadhya bahuda samprasutaha sadhya rishyascha manushyaha. And then Pashavascha Vayamsi Prana Prano Vrihi Yavau Tapascha Brahmacharyam Shraddha Vidhishcha. So Brahmacharya has also come from that. Tapasya has also come from that. All birds also have come from that. Sadhya also have come from that. Oh, Arey, let it come. What I have to do? No, you have to do that. That from Akshar everything has come. And because Sarvabhut Antaratma word has been used, therefore the Atma of all will be only Chetan and not the Prakriti. ठीक है. Then what is the next mantra? Arey bhai, hoga, don't look. Sapta prana prabhavanti dasmat saptarchisha samidha sapta homaha. Sapta prana prabhavanti dasmat saptarchisha samidha sapta homa. Sapti me yeshu loka charanti. What? What happened? No, not all. यही है ना. सप्ति में ये शुलोका चरंती. Then प्राणा गुहाशय निहिता सप्त सप्त. यही है. Then conclusion is this: Purusha evedam vishwam karma tapo paramritam. Whole thing is this Purusha only. Etad yo ved nihitam guhayam so avidya granthim vigarti hasomya. This is 10th, 2.1.10. And what you want to establish? I want to establish Akshar of 1.1.6 and Akshar word mentioned in 2.1.1 are same. And 2.1.4 and 2.1.10, all four are same. Oh, I think I will go mad one day. No, you are. Why should you? So these four mantras are same only. Okay, got my point, no? So he is now comparing because Vishwarup is given. Akshar is mentioned as Vishwarup only. And therefore this is not, Vishwarup cannot be Jeev and Vishwarup cannot be Prakriti. Because Prakriti is inert and in Vishwarup all Jeev will come. So how can the Prakriti be the Vishwarup? And how can Jeev be the Vishwarup? Because Jeev is very conditioned by only one body and one mind. And here all body and all mind are coming. So one Jeev cannot be all Vishwarup. This is the general analysis. Now let us go to the word meaning and conclude this mantra. So there are two words. What are those two words? Roop, Rupopanyasat. And second word is Cha. Cha. So how will you supply? You have to supply two more words. So you have to write here that Aksharam Brahma. Aksharam Brahma, comma, na itarau. This is not two words. This is Aksharam Brahma na itarau. 4 words you supplied. Yes. So Aksharam Brahma, comma, na itarau. Itarau means Jivan Prakriti. This is, and Hetu is Rupa Upanyasach. Here Roop means Vishwaroop. And Upanyas means description. So Rupa Upanyas means because of the Vishwaroop description of Brahman. Because of the Vishwaroop description of the Brahman, which is in which mantra? 2.1, 2.1.4 and 2.1.10. I hope you are understanding. And cha means also. Apart from the other two logic, this is also one logic. This completes this Adhikaran, whose name is Adrishyatwadi Adhikaran. Completed. So what is the summary now? Oh, completed. Thank you so much. Vishay, subject matter number 1, definition of Aksharam occurring in 1.1.6. Audible. First, so Vishay is definition of Aksharam occurring is 1.1.6. MU. Samshay, what is the doubt? This Akshar is Brahman, Pradhanam or Jiva. What is Purupaksh? Third point. I think I should have learned shorthand before coming here. Okay, I'm repeating it. Subject matter is a description of Brahman, or definition of Aksharam as occurring in 1.1.6. What is Samshay? Whether this Akshar is Brahma or Prakriti or Jiva. What is Purupaksh? Aksharam is Pradhanam. And secondary Purupaksh is Aksharam is Jiva. Why? Because the description coming in fits the Pradhanam. What is Siddhanti? Aksharam is Brahman, because of the 3 reasons given. And because of additional reasons given by Bhashyakar. 4 additional reasons he gave. Don't ask what are those 4. 4 additional reasons he gave. 4 additional reasons. First is liberation cannot be by the Prakriti knowledge. Second is by knowing one Prakriti you cannot know everything. Third is 2 knowledges were told. If this Paravidya is Prakriti Vidya, then Brahma Vidya goes away. Third thing. And fourth is? Fourth today only I told. See? Huh? No, that is the Paravidya is The Aparavidya is Karma and Upasana. And Paravidya is with Prakriti Vidya. Then the third Vidya won't be there. So you should keep on revising everything. Repeat it, repeat it. If you don't repeat it, you will go. So Aparavidya is Karma Vidya, Paravidya is Prakriti Vidya, then Brahma Vidya won't be there. Third reason was, what I give the third reason is the fourth reason. Third reason was that in the Upanishad 1.2, first to 11th verse is from Para and Karma and Upasana. 12th is a Vairagya from Aparavidya. And 13th Vidya, 13th mantra is talking about Brahma Vidya word. Tasmai Savidvanupasannaya Samyak Prashanta Chittasmai Prashanta Chittaya Samanvitaya. That is for Paravidya. This is the four reason. And this completes our Adhikarana. Oh, I'm tired. Tired of what? Tired of this Adhikarana, I don't understand. So, no, you cannot be tired. It's long way to go. Long way to go. Now we are around 10% we are completing now. This is 55th verse. 10% only. 10% only. Now comes the next Adhikarana, which is last Adhikarana of this pada. So good. And this is called Vaishwanara Adhikarana. Vaishwanara, Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva. So this is called Vaishwanara Adhikaranam. Vaishwanara Adhikaranam. But my time is over. Although I don't want to push, so we'll see more tomorrow about this Vaishwanara Adhikaranam. Why it is called and what is the background of this Adhikaran. You'll see it tomorrow. Om. Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namah. Hari Om.